Hello, hello, good morning fam. Welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And of course, welcome back to all my oldies but goodies. Finally, you guys saw in my haul, I got this foundation and I'm ready here to do a 2-day full review for you guys. I feel like there are a lot of questions about this foundation that I hope to answer for you. So I'm gonna prime with my favorite primer, which is this Urban Decay all-nighter primer. It has a tacky feel to it, so because this is a very full coverage foundation and it claims to like give you poreless, nice, flawless skin, we're gonna use a tacky primer. Of course, as always, you always want to let your primer absorb into the skin for at least 2 minutes. So while we do that, let's talk about this. Both of these products are water-based. My primer is water-based, my foundation's water-based. You want to use products that have the same base so they work together throughout the day and they don't cause separation. If you have an oil-based primer and a water-based foundation, you're most likely to see separation on the skin. All right guys, I'm back. So before I forget, I do want to mention I do have oily skin and I have big pores. Those are my main concerns and those are the areas I focus on when I review foundations. Always want to shake your foundation so all the ingredients are mixed in well together before applying. This bottle is very nice. Like, it's very heavy, very luxurious. It looks and feels like it costs $44. Up, we have a pump. It comes in a 1 ounce bottle. That's your average foundation size. And let's see. All right. Looks very warm. It has like a watery texture. So, okay. So when it comes to foundations, oh, you feel the pigment. It has like a thickish feel, but watery, liquidy. I always say watery. Wow, this is very yellow. When we're working with a full coverage foundation, I always like to rub it in the skin with my fingers. It does oxidize. You see here versus here, and it oxidizes quickly. Oxidizes to the neutral shade. Oh yeah, dang, it oxidizes. Look, let me show you. You see, I just placed this on versus what I already placed here. Okay, good to know. Grab a little bit of product that I have left. In this studio lighting, it looks very yellow. In person, it's like warming up to the skin. It's drying down very matte. It dries down quickly too, but it has like a hydrating look to it. The foundations, you want to make sure, especially when they're a full coverage matte, like really blend it out, but quickly, so you don't have like dry spots. Girl, you know we have to turn these lights off. Okay, it is warm. Very warm. You see the difference between my neck? Like, I have a neutral undertone, maybe a little more to the cooler side, but if we look ahead, you see the difference in shade between my skin versus here, but it's flawless. Like, where did the pores go? So what I am going to do is apply this side, give you all the info about the product, and then we'll meet back up. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Longwear Foundation retails for $44. Comes in 44 shades. I am in the shade 7.5 Neutral. This is a Longwear weightless hybrid skincare foundation. Charlotte's secret to flawless, poreless looking confident skin. The coverage is full, the finish is matte. Highlighted ingredients: Replexum helps to reduce the appearance of wrinkles. Moss Cell Tech helps thoroughly hydrate skin. Air Cool provides an immediate fresh feel on skin. This product is vegan and cruelty free. It looks very nice on the skin. I will say, as matte and drying as it is, because it literally dried down on my skin. And let me get close. You see this radiance that it's giving us? Although it's dried down, like, I have a feeling this thing's not gonna move. Like, nowhere. You see? My very first impressions is, wow, it is giving us a flawless finish, a flawless look. It's full coverage, and I look yellow AF right now. And it's currently $7.35. What I always do when I review foundation, letting the foundation sit and dry down. Usually I wait 10 to 20 minutes. For the most part, it's 20 minutes because we can see how the foundation will dry down. All right, so it's 8 o'clock. This is how the skin looks. Hold on, you could see my bralette. Hold on. The skin looks good. Okay, you see it's warmed up now. It's been 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It doesn't look as yellow on the skin. The warmth of my skin is warming up the product. And you see this hydrating situation? I'm like, it's very matte, and I thought like it would dry down, dry matte on the skin, but it does not. What I'm gonna do is set with this Dermablend loose setting powder and my powder puff. I'm just gonna get some powder on my puff, even it out on the skin, and start working it into the skin, doing tapping motions. What I'm noticing is a little bit has lifted on my nose. I don't know if you could see it, but the skin literally looks flawless. I don't think I like the undertone. Throughout the day, skin usually warms up, so we won't be looking this yellow. If we're gonna buy a neutral undertone, we should get a neutral undertone, not neutral warm, which is, I feel like what this is. Shade on this foundation works. It is my shade, but the undertone is what doesn't work, and the undertone is what you want to match. With the correct undertone foundation, you can have a darker foundation or a lighter foundation and it will work. The undertone is what matters more than the actual shade. I mean, of course, I can't go 5 shades lighter because that's just not gonna match. But for the most part, when you're looking for a foundation, make sure it has the correct undertone. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just put bronzer, blush, keep it real simple, then I'll be back. I love how the skin looks. I just love how the bronzer went on so easily, the blush, just everything glided. Yeah, I'm like, I wasn't sure at first, but look at the skin. No patchiness, still that radiance. I didn't put any highlight or anything shiny because we create our own highlight here because our oils will be coming out literally in like 2 hours. I just stick to matte products when I'm reviewing a foundation. The only thing is like this nose area looks a little wonky. I don't know what the heck happened there, but let's jump in front of the window so you guys can see how the skin looks in daylight, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! All right, fam, look at how the skin looks. You see the nose? It just, I don't know. I don't like that. We're being really picky today because it's $44. But you see that glow? Like the glow that's here? That's what I was talking about. But it looks good in daylight, huh? Okay, bye. Hello guys. It is 8:30. I've had the foundation on for 12 hours and I actually did take footage like always in daylight. I was cleaning today. It was really hot, and I will say at this point, this is while I was all nasty and sweaty. The foundation looked really good, well put together, and here we are now 12 hours later after cleaning and doing a bunch of stuff around the house. We're glowy because we do have oily skin. We'll always have the little glow going. Told you, we create our own glow here. But let me turn down the light. T-zone's oily per the usual, but not bad. The mouth area is still on. You see, everything is pretty well put together. I, of course, don't ever touch up while I'm doing a wear test. Nothing looks patchy either. So that's always a big deal because that's kind of what makes us look gastadas at the end of the day. When things are melting off, your bronzer becomes patchy, blush is missing, things like that. So if I tap my face, let's see how it would look. Like, this is what we want when we freshen up. Like, let's say we're going out and we want to get rid of that top layer of oil. You just want to freshen up and just look fresh. You see? Doesn't show texture or anything. So, but of course we will be here tomorrow applying it differently. And yeah, I think this is it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. You guys, I washed my hair yesterday. I feel like a new woman. So I did my skincare. I did my eye cream, moisturizer, sunscreen. I always let skincare absorb into the skin for at least 5 minutes so our base products can really apply nicely, and that also helps with longevity. Let's move this hair. I'm not gonna wear primer today. Now let's get, along with not using primer, we're gonna apply it with this flat brush. And then we're gonna, you see how yellow it goes? It's so crazy because it warms up so quickly. Like it's literally oxidizing as I go like that. This side's oxidized. But in the promo pics, it does show that it does oxidize. On Sephora's website, it shows how the foundation looks wet and dry. So it's not really deceiving. You see it and they give you like examples there. Applying with this brush, you see those thin layers it gives? This will help you build your foundation up as much as you want without really globbing it on. We're gonna go with the brush, and what I'm gonna do is just literally tap it like this. Not rub it, just tap it. We're gonna go back in and build it up. I like to cover this side, and this is where you can build up your foundation. Always avoid the middle though, except for my nose. For some reason, it's not sticking onto my nose. You don't want to add a lot of product there because that's where your foundation could look really cakey. That's where your pores will accentuate, especially throughout the day when your skin warms up. That's why it looks cakey, because there's way too much powder. There's way too much product here. So I always suggest, if you want to build in the outer perimeter, like around the mouth, around the nose, still avoiding the pore area. And if you want that fuller coverage, let it sit for like 30 seconds and then blend it out. And then let's blend out those little areas. Get close to the ear, so I'm matchy here. Tapping on the nose gently because for some reason it's not sticking on there. This is a type of foundation that with time it gets better. Initially, like, it looks crazy and it looks like it's not your shade. You see how yellow it was? It is just like yesterday. So it is, it is almost 10 a.m. I'm gonna let it sit like we did yesterday and I'll be back. All right, guys, it is 10:30. This is how the skin looks. Nothing on, no setting powder, just letting it sit. And I thought it would look a little cakey since we did build it, but look how nicely it warms up to the skin. Looks like skin, but better and a full coverage. But look, the nose is well put today. I had to put more. So yeah, I think the key to this foundation, and honestly most foundations, is to let it sit on your skin. I would say 20 minutes, but if you can't do that, if that's too long, maybe 10. It feels dry, but like moisturizing at the same time. It doesn't feel wet though. Now I'm gonna go in with this She Glam setting powder in the shade Bisque to set the face with my powder puff, pressing the product in so this bad boy does not move. Oh, I really love how the skin looks. Is it better today or yesterday? What do you see? What do you see? Let's turn off the light so we can really see. Ooh. This is such a good setting powder. I forget how bomb it is. Spotless. It feels dried down. It feels lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy or anything, especially because we did build it up a good amount. What I'm gonna do is just finish up the face, keep it simple like yesterday, and I'll be back. All right, guys, full face and everything. Look at the skin. Just look. I used a different bronzer and blush today, and the same thing, it went on so freaking smoothly. No patches, no nothing. We still have that radiance we saw yesterday. So it has a very matte, radiant feel, but it's full coverage and it's matte. So we have a lot going on. Oh, I need to show you the nose. It's kind of like coming off right here. I don't know what the heck it is with my nose, but it just seems to not stick onto the nose 100% how it's sticking onto the face. But other than that, we're pretty mattified today. Like really matte. I feel like with the brush, it gave us more of a mattify effect. We still have the radiance, but it's like matte. You know what I mean? Let's jump in front of the window so we can see how it looks in daylight and see you later. Bye. All right, guys, here we are with the skin. Let's look. Let's get really close. What you think? What you think? I don't know. I like today better. A little bit better. It's not like significantly better, but it's better. Huh. The nose. You see that missing part right there? But look at the skin. The pores are nowhere to be found. But yeah, let's see how it goes today though. I'm curious to see how it goes with no primer. So yeah, See you later. Oh my god, it is past midnight, way past my bedtime, but I did want to do this check-in so you guys can see how the skin looks. But before we get started, I do want to show you how the skin was looking at around 3:30 in the afternoon. The skin was looking really good. I did have a different lipstick on because I did a lip swatching video, so I do want to mention that. Some decent sunlight, but it was good enough so you guys can see how the skin and the texture looked, and it was looking really good. About 15 hours later, this is how the skin looks with no primer. Let me get close so you can see. You can see a little bit of my pores and my texture, but everything seems well put together. Of course, you see oils there. See how this whole side of the face is still mattified? The center is oily, and then we're still matte here. I have some lipstick smeared there. It's been 14 hours with no primer. The skin looks really great. Overall, this is definitely an airbrushed type of foundation. It keeps your face looking mattified, yet healthy, radiant. The only thing that I do not like about this is the undertone, but it is very yellow, and it just seems like the entire line runs yellow. I've seen some foundation lines and brands that they just happen to run too warm, especially people like us who have olive undertones or neutral undertones, but at the same time it does warm up to the skin very nicely. I don't look too yellow. I mean, you can still see the yellow in the skin and on the face right now, what, 15 hours later, but it's slight. It's not as much as how we started off. It does live up to the hype. I think it is worth the hype because it just maintains your skin beautiful. Girl, we're still well put together. We do not look gastadas, and I legit feel like I look gastada, but then when I saw myself in the mirror, I was like, wait, I don't look gastada. But I was thinking I do have a comparison. This Lawless foundation, it reminded me a lot of Charlotte Tilbury. The only difference and main difference about this one is that it's not as mattified as this one, but this is a self-setting, so if you let it set by itself, it will really adhere to the skin, and it's a little bit cheaper. This is a very similar dupe to this one. I find that this undertone is a lot better and it warms up a lot better onto neutral skin tone. But I think this is it. Just hope you found this video helpful. Hope you liked it, and I hope you learned a tip or trick, or just, you know, to hang out, you know? Let me know what you think about this foundation. Did you pick it up at the sale? Have you used it? Let me know. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right here, and I'll see you in the next one.